Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 4 Golden. And before we go to bed, we need to hit up my boy Shu. Every time I say Shu's name, I'm just reminded of the event with Adachi and Nanako. It's Shu! And, oh I see the words, that was 4 letters. Yeah. Didn't actually read that. I already pressed the X button, so we're just moving on. And to tell you the truth, I'm not that good with the English language. I can memorize what's in the textbook and get good grades on tests, but I don't really understand it. Me and you both, buddy. But the teacher doesn't comprehend the difference between reading from the textbook and speaking to people. Teaching must be a great job. Even idiots can be arrogant when they know more than you do. Yeah. Then again, you don't really get paid a lot, so I guess it balances out, and I don't get what it means to learn. Maybe they did at one point, perhaps, and a student's value is equal to how well he scores on tests. Well, at least that's easy to understand. Yeah, I kind of wish it wasn't like that, but oh well. About the transfer student I told you about before. Yeah, his grades are pretty good, but he can't beat me. So then, the rest of the class and the teacher made this face like, the transfer student is no good after all. Looking down on him. Doesn't seem very nice at all. And yet, he acts all big, so everyone hates him. Lately, no one even talks to him. It's all so I mean, why don't you try to talk to him? Turn him around, Shu. Why do I have to go to school when it's obviously so dumb? If I ever become a senator, Shu, I will pass a law where instead of going to school, you can fight in the woods with sticks. Anyways, you're not the only one who's going through it, dude. It's everybody. Get used to it. That's kind of my mentality when I think about it. Oh, I see. Everyone goes to school against their... Yeah, pretty much. Sadly, wish we just play Persona all day, and yeah, so Got Me High looks fun. At least I get the feeling when I see you. Oh, but by the time I'm a first year, you're ought to be graduating, huh? There's no point. Well, might give it a shot. It's not a bad school. Now that Maruoka's I mean, anyways. So Shu was starting to realize, yeah, school sucks, but everyone has to go. And hey, you even meet some nice people there, so it's not all bad, I guess. And, no, time's up. Be careful going home. You're the boss of me, punk. Okay. Stop poking fun at Shu. Then we'll head home and get some sleep. I think I'm starting to warm up to the guy. You know, he's not all bad. You know, he's just a little kid at heart, even though he's not that much younger. And I had so much fun last week. There was that culture festival and the thing we did. Anyways, I was really happy. I thought I'd never be able to experience things like this again. Oh, did you see the weather report? It's gonna be weather. Oh. Yeah, we should definitely check up on the Midnight Channel. You want anything bad happening? Yeah, it hasn't rained in a while. Good thinking, Rise. As always, let's be careful. Yeah! The town seems to think that the case is closed, but the real killer hasn't been caught yet. That is true, because you know what happened with Mitsuo. So we should stay diligent, as ever. And yes, today we're actually going to spend some more time with the Fortune Arcana. You know who it is. The Detective Prince, Naoto. Even though Abby is available.
Hello.
We need to talk to Naoto, and yes, do you have some spare time today? Yes, I do. Yes, we should probably still walk her home, and she'll reject again, but we'll have to do it anyways. First time playing through, I was like, oh, I don't want to impose, you know, be too, what's it called? Not really cling. Yeah, I guess clingy would work. And oh god, it's another stinky card. Let's hope it's a love letter and not one of those cards. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it is this time around, and it's unmistakable. Oh god. Ah man, well that's not good at all now, is it? Judging by its appearance, it's the same card stock, the same size, unsigned just like the last. I'm almost certain this came from the same person. Let's talk about this someplace more private. Alright. I guess same place as always? I don't think this is a laughing matter. Someone is targeting Naoto and, weirdly enough, sent a card to her school locker. And that's just bizarre. And, dear detective, your prized possessions are in my hand. Can you recover them? The game is afoot. The Phantom Thief. It seems this is the work of the figure who snuck into the Shirogane estate. I'll send this to Yakushiji-san, so he can turn it in to the police as evidence. Good thinking. The Phantom Thief. How absurd. I haven't the time to waste on this. Yeah, especially with the, main case going on. We kind of have, bigger fish to fry. Exactly. We're dealing with a matter that has claimed lives. The stakes are entirely different. In contrast, we have a petty prankster, guilty of mere housebreaking, theft, and indestructible threats. Damn. Just a ruffian who broke into the Shirogane estate and threw down the gauntlet. Well, when you say it like that, it does actually sound like kind of a big deal, even though it really isn't. That's why I don't like this. When I'm with you, I always seem to lose my composure. I don't want to get involved with this sort of childish game. But to ignore it only makes me angry. Well, naturally. Let's try and catch them together now, so. Maybe it won't eat up too much of our time if we work together? Of course we will. You're the one who brought this to my attention. Let's work together on this. That's what I suggest. Okay, she's a bit embarrassed. So we've accepted the challenge from the Phantom Thief, despite the fact that we are also pursuing the true killer of Saki Konishi, Mayumi Namino, and also everyone else that got thrown into the TV. We got a lot on our plate, actually, if you think about it. And oh boy, Mind Charge. Without a doubt, this is one of the best skills to give to Naoto. We have to give up Tempest Slash for it, but trust me, it'll be way worth it. Seriously, that's probably one of the best skills she'll ever get, and now that it's been decided, let's re-examine the first card. There must be some sort of hint there. Oh, and of course, I only intend to investigate this case in our free time. Well, naturally, we can't have it interfere with the main case, and I have something else I must do. Yeah,
I'll see you again.
We both do. So, the Phantom Thief. Sounds familiar for some reason.
You're back.
Anyways, I guess we'll just have to worry about it at a later date. And we could go to our hospital job, but today is a very special... It's from Rise. Senpai, I heard you like movies, right? I want to see Roman Paint Holiday. It just came out. I love the original, so I really want to see the remake. If you forgot, Rise was a 16-year-old girl. The way she texts should be a reminder. Anyways, what I was saying, today is a very special day. Today, we complete our stats and max out diligence. Heck yes. This is really important to me. Because when you are doing a Persona 4 or Persona 3, just LP, and you do not have to edit as much anymore because of the fact you've maxed out all of your stats. Let me just reiterate. This has taken a giant load off my mind. We got Heroic, Rock Solid, Saintly. We got them all. We got them all. And I'm just really, really thrilled about that. But that will not stop us from having to do our daily routine. We just won't have to worry about our stats anymore. We can choose whatever we want. You know, not have to worry about stat prerequisites. And today, if we visit the Avid Reader, we need to grab a request. And books are always interesting, aren't they? Have you read any picture books? They don't just assume that they're for children. They're expensive and hard to get, too. Are you interested in them? Yeah, I'm interested. I knew you'd be. I'll let you have one, but it won't be for free. Have you heard of Hard Boots? If you're gonna bring me a pair, I'll trade you for a picture book, okay? I think that's a fair trade. Why do you want hard boots exactly, Mr. Avid Reader? Yes, I'll go grab some hard boots. Now, if you're not going for the entire, get all the books achievement, do not even worry about that request. And heck, don't even worry about what we're going to do at the end of this episode. Just kind of completely ignore it. You can very easily do that and, just have tomorrow off. But I don't really know what social link you're going to do tomorrow. I guess you could figure something out and attend to your schedule as needed. But yes, the Fox. How's it going, man? We need to get, well, something from you, which is your social link increasing. Yeah, and how? Yes. Good. I don't know how to commentate this thing in Fox social links, dude. It's just like a fox going yip. And it's like, dang, dude, we had a really in-depth conversation with the Fox today, didn't we? And yes, time will pass. As always, I recommend you pretty much just, talk to the Fox on rainy days to level that up. And that's been taken care of. We can get into the meat and potatoes of today, which is going to the hospital, finishing Psycho Social Link. I've looked forward to this day for so long. Yet again, I can't really explain why. I just really do like Psycho Social Link. And oh no, we heard something while cleaning. We're so scared. I don't care. I'm heroic, man. Bring it on. Summon Izanagi and kick its butt. But no, there's nothing there. Anyways, Psycho brought us to the same room she did originally, and...
I'm sorry.
You're already done with work today, aren't you? Yeah. I wanted to say goodbye. Where are you going, goodbye? What? I'm leaving this hospital today. What? Why? Well, guess I can't be too upset. I grew to hate hospitals. All the life and death, and the end everyone leaves, leaving me behind. I was lonely. Dang. Then I remembered. I remembered that I wanted to help. I became a nurse because I wanted to save people's lives. I couldn't see, but it was as simple as that. No, I probably didn't want to see it. Wow, that's a lot of growth from you, Sayako. And to think that the one who'd show me this is just some kid with a rag in his hand. Don't tease me, that's mean. And I tend to go for older, rich men. And I landed a child. So, I'm going. I'm going to find the path I gave up on. I thought I couldn't do it, but I will walk that road. I'm gonna make my own guide. Thinking, walking, taking responsibility for myself. Once I've done all that, I think I can finally say that I truly lived.
Will you take this?
Absolutely. We got our hospital ID.
I give you the person I was when I was here.
And Sayako's last gift to us was her ID. Now that she's leaving the hospital, I guess she won't need it anymore. And with that, we have maxed out the Devil Arcana. Very different than in other games. Devil Arcana is a very unique interpretation of this card, and, well, I like it a whole lot if you haven't noticed by now. And now we can create Beelzebub, the ultimate form of the devil! He's pretty cool, I guess, but not as cool as Sayako. Oh man, I'm gonna miss her. That much is for sure. And yes, the Devil Arcana has been maxed out. We have forged a bond that can never be broken. You can now fuse Beelzebub, the Prince of Lies! Okay, stop ruining the moment. I'm gonna say this. It's as much to myself as it is to you.
What's right? What you should choose to do in life? The answers to those things lie within you. So long.
So long, Sayako! Oh man, I never thought I'd mix a fictional character so much, and her weird, creepy advances. I'm sure she'll be fine.
Senpai!
Hey, Kanji, how you doing, dude? Haven't seen you in a while, and been a while since it rained last, hasn't it? Weather report says that it's gonna rain. It's gonna last all night. We're gonna have to watch the Midnight Channel. Yeah, sure looks that way. Only we know that the real killer is still out there, right? Yeah, that is true. Now that I think about it, we have to be even tougher now that the cops aren't on the case. Yeah, that's right. Everyone else wants to believe that, well, the culprit has been caught, even though we know he hasn't. And
Hey, Hosai-chan, you weren't at Yamato bookstore the other day, weren't you?
oh wait, that was the wrong voice. And
Whoa, you saw me? I was buying the latest bully teacher. For some reason, Mr. Hosai's a girl, and I don't really...
anyways, I don't really care what these chumps are talking about.
Hey kids, quit going to JohneAwesome so often and visit your local shopping district. Because I said so. And Hana-chan, you look like a nerd.
And there's really a bird called the Konkidori? I always thought that was just a... Is that what we're talking about here? I wasn't even paying attention. I never paid attention in class. I always do well on tests. I don't really know what that... I think I've said this before. Anyways, the answer here is Kako. Like the things in Zelda.
And yep, that's right. I knew you'd get it, Hana-chan. A Konkidori is a variety of Kako. The names are even a bit...
Maybe in Japanese. Oh, I don't really know if that translates well. Anyways, Mr. Hosai, I'm getting tired of you. Can we go now? Can we... You got a lot to say, huh? Why would you put that on it? There's so many things wrong with these teachers. I can make an entire video based on that, but who honestly cares? Let's be honest. Teachers get away with a lot more than that. Now, if you do not care about getting the all books achievement, and at this point I don't even think I can complete that, so I don't know why I'm going for it either. Do not go to JohneAwesome today. If there's something else you can do, do it. But I am going to JohneAwesome because we need to do some shenanigans inside of the TV world and also increase our levels a tiny bit.
Maybe I should get myself something to drink once in a while, too.
What? Naoto, what that have to do with anything?
Where you going? I haven't eaten anything yet.
Why are you guys talking about snacks at a time like... I guess that's not really a dire matter, so we can cut up a bit. But yes, today we're coming inside of the TV world, so we have nothing better to do. Yeah. And...
Senpai? Another powerful shadow's hanging around. That's where Naoto-kun was. Does this happen when the people made the places we're leaving behind?
Yes, it does. Resay. We'll get to that in a second. Right after I save my game. And now that is done, first things first, we need to go to the bathhouse because we need to get the materials to craft those hard boots. So we're going to go to the 11th floor and work our way down to the 8th. Now, the enemies that drop the material to create the hard boots are in other areas than just the 8th floor, but considering that's the easiest to get to, that's where I'm going to be going. I'm going to be abridging this a tiny bit and getting the total amount of materials that I need, so you guys don't have to see me leveling up a whole bunch. And I hope, yes, here they are. These enemies are the dancing hands, the pink gloved ones. They're, at this point, really easy to beat. Yeah. And they will drop this thick hide. Get 5 thick hides and you can create the hard boots. Now that we have that, we can actually exit the dungeon because that's really all we needed from here. And we can, well, actually go fight some mini-boss. Actually, not really. More like hidden, not really hidden. What would you call them? Because they're not mini-bosses, because mini-bosses are on the way to something, you know, stronger. But these are sort of like... extra content. Let's just call it that. First things first, we're going back to the Void Quest, and unfortunately I have to go all the way through the dungeon again. What fun. I'm going to be bringing the same team I used in the previous dungeon for here, just because they happen to have a lot of spells that are strong against these enemies. So, let's go to the 10th floor again. This is going to take a while, so I'll be right back. And alright, we have reached the end game. Once again, I kind of just ran away from enemies and used as little SP as I could, because now we're going up against a giant robot with a sword who is totally not a Gundam. He isn't. Yeah, this enemy is extremely easy to beat. It says he's not weak to anything, but he sort of is weak to ice, which is why we brought Chie. And, okay, I was about to change Yosuke's persona, but realized you can't do that. This is not Persona 1. Anyways, this boss could not be easier, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not honestly sure why I'm even showing it. I could just say how to beat him, but people were saying we kind of wanted to see some of the more later mini-bosses more in-depth, and I'm happy to provide that. But basically, all this boss does is he loves his physical attacks. He's not going to do any magic, so your weaknesses... Actually, no, I think he does use instant death, like once or twice. Just, if you have Mind Charge or Power Charge, go ham with that, even though I'm pretty sure physical attacks aren't the way to go. So just use your strongest magic spells, and if you got them, use Bufudyne or Bufula from Chie or Teddy, or maybe you have a Persona with Bufu as well that will completely destroy this boss. Here's going for Foul Breath. I assume he's gonna try and kill Yosuke with Mudo. But he might dodge. I actually don't know if he'll dodge it or not. I guess we shall see. Let's use our Mind Charged Zeodyne from Lilith. 900 damage. Yeah, that's why you want Mind Charge. It's pretty darn good skill. It's a shame not everyone can learn it, but then again, I guess that'd make the game a little bit too easy. Oh well, what are you gonna do? And here comes the Mudune. Okay, I have Homunculus. Sucks we kind of, lost out on that Homunculus, but I mean, that's what it's used for, so it really wasn't too big of a waste. And hey, I'll get the finishing blow on this boss. Yeah, that was really anticlimactic. But hey, we'll get some courage up doesn't matter anymore. So why did we do this? Because there's a really, really cool weapon over here, and it's just a tile, not really skulls. Okay. We will get the Gaia Sword, which is not the strongest thing in the world. It technically does less damage than the bat, with a little bit higher accuracy. Almost triple. But it looks so cool. Look at that. Dude. It looks awesome. And it even has a chance to inflict a status ailment. So that's pretty darn cool. I think there's a lot of other weapons that do that, but I do not recall all of them. Anyways. Now we are that'll be fine. Let's go to the secret lab and do the same exact thing. When we came in here, Rise said there was an extremely powerful shadow where we fought Naoto's shadow. So let's go there and defeat it as well. Now, this shadow couldn't be easier. In fact, if you have the same exact team I have, it's literally a cakewalk. Cakewalk, not cake. Cake walk. Was that a Freudian slip? I don't know. Guess I'm playing too much League of... Alright, let's move on to the 9th floor and fight this shadow, which... It's just one of the tank enemies. And it's spinning around. This guy, he likes his status ailments. He likes to poison you. But to be perfectly honest, it doesn't matter. For, as you'll soon find out, it's weak to, like... wait, isn't it wind? Oh crap, I'm not sure. It is really susceptible to ice and wind. And if you have those two abilities, yeah, it's weak to wind. So if you have wind personas, you win, pretty much. This is pretty much just, it's so easy. You're gonna notice, it doesn't take a lot of damage from Yosuke's Garudyne. That doesn't matter. We have the all-out attack, and it's completely gonna just be abused here. Yeah, 145 damage. That may not be a lot, but after that, we got the Junes boss. This game just, it loves its almighty attacks. It's this boss is over. I don't know why they're giving bosses individual weaknesses to a specific element, because at this point in the game, you should have every single element. If you don't, you do. So, and I say that, yet I don't have one. It's gonna mind charge. It's most likely gonna go after someone's weakness, but dude, the fight's already over. We're just gonna keep slamming him with ice every single turn.
Poisoned. Can someone cure him?
And yeah, well, the poison's probably just gonna wear off. I don't think we should use a turn just to get rid of that. I know you're concerned, Risei, but looks like I'm very weak, but in fact I'm very powerful. And here comes Jiraiya, the critical Garuda.
The enemy's weakness.
184 Yosuke, not bad, dude. And the same thing again, Risei will join in, and we just do it. Like, I don't know. This boss is just so simple. Let's see what it does on its Mind Charge turn, though. If it goes through an electric attack, like a Mind Charge Mazio, that could be potentially bad, since I don't think Yosuke and Teddy can dodge it. Teddy's a good party member, but he doesn't have the best evasion, and opting for Rebellion, a bit of a weird choice, considering, you know, you already have the Mind Charge up, but hey, who am I to say what you can and can't do on your turn? You're a giant tank. By all means, do whatever you'd like, but you're gonna lose as a result, as we do 800 damage, not nearly as much when we were fighting the previous boss, whose name I don't even care to know. Heck, I don't know this tank's name. It doesn't matter, because it's just so darn easy. I do believe, no, actually I'm not sure on that. Before I go saying something I don't know, but I'm 100% sure. I feel like there was kind of a mix-up in that sentence somewhere, but this boss, it has to be easier. Oh,
Nice move, Yosuke-senpai.
well, goodbye, Teddy.
Someone heal him.
Kinda knew that was gonna happen, but it still doesn't matter. Yet again, Persona 4 Golden, it may look like a hard game, but if you level up your social links as much as I have, yeah, you're not gonna have a hard time with this game at all. I'll just use a bomb upright. Actually, that was a bead. And bring him back. I always get that mixed up, because I think of bead, and bead heals 100% of your health, right? So I'm like, okay, I should bring you back to full, right? And it's like, it doesn't always work like that in every Shin Megami Tensei game. Sometimes they reverse it, which is a bit weird. Yeah. Another all-out attack coming out. This is just over. I'm sound like a broken record. That's the most annoying thing. I know I do it. There's no way I can get around it. And Risei's coming to help. With what? Oh, increasing all of our defense. Well, considering we already had the Matarukaja already out, or Matarukaja. Why did I say that? Tarukaja out. Guess it'd be kind of pointless to increase that. Let's see. Well, I guess not really anymore, because it just faded this turn. Come on, Risei, read my mind and do what. Okay, you can't do that. But yes, this guy's just. I don't know if I've said it before. He's just not holding up a good fight. This battle does not have much time left in it. Let's hope that we end it in a cool way.
The enemy's weakness.
That might be enough. No, I don't think that'll be enough damage to finish him off. That'd be nice though. I always like finishing off fights, but then I'll let it. No, it won't happen. Guess we won't get as lucky as. Bro, you're mind charging when you're. I know. I understand you're like a PS2 game's AI and all. But come on, use your brain a little bit and realize mind charging on the last turn is not going to beat us. You lost, buddy. Thanks for being an HP sponge for us to defeat. And wow, Lilith actually leveled up. And so did that goddamn And yes, well, I'll get some levels. Teddy's very close to his next move, but that is all the time I have for this episode of Let's Play Persona 4 Golden. We're gonna pick up this gun, and in the next episode, we're gonna go back home. And where on earth? I already passed it. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna go back home and, well, watch the Midnight Channel. Why am I not doing that in this episode? Well, you'll soon find out. Thank you all so much for watching, and, well, see you in the next part of Let's Play Persona 4 Golden. And yes, I know how that. Goodbye! Goodbye.